students, welcome in this video. We are going to continue our chapter, which is chapter 6, ratio and proportion. So ratio I have explained you in previous video. We have done exercise 6.1. Today I am going to tell you about the proportion and unitary method. In this video we will also do 6.2 and 6.3. So let's start the video. Proportion. If two ratios are equal, it is said to be in proportion. In last video I told you what is the symbol of ratio, that is the double dot, and the symbol of proportion is 4 dot here. So the definition is if two ratios are equal, suppose A is to B is proportion to C is to D. Here two ratio A is to B and C is to D. If both are same, then we will say that both the ratios are proportion. So the first and last digit is called extreme, and second, third number is called middle term. If in fraction, we will write A upon B equals to C upon D. Cross multiplication, A and D, A into D equals to B into C. It means what is A and D? That is extreme. What is B and C? That is middle term. It means product of extreme is equals to product of middle term. Here clear proportion. Let's do the exercise, that is 6.2. Here is exercise 6.2. So in this exercise, which question have division like A, B, C, D? In that question, I'll give you only A and B. Question number 3rd and question number 6th. We are going to start exercise 6.2. The first question is there are 4 divisions A, B, C, D. I am giving you A and B. So first question is which set is in proportion? We have to find out that this question is in proportion, this question is in proportion or not. So we can write 5 is to 10, proportion to 16 is to 8. Two ratios are here. We can write it 5 upon 10 equals to 16 upon 8. Now we can cancel the number. 5 twos are 10. 8 twos are 16. So this ratio is 1 is to 2, but this ratio is 2 is to 1. That is not equal. 1 is to 2 is not equals to 2 is to 1. So the answer is not in proportion. Now question number B is 16 is to 18, proportion to 8 is to 9. We can write it 16 upon 18 equals to 8 upon 9. We can cancel this number. 8 twos are 16, 9 twos are 18. So the first ratio is 8 is to 9 and the second ratio is also 8 is to 9. So this question is in proportion. Let's do our second question. 6.2 question number 2 is fill in the blanks. 9 is to 12 equals to dash is to 48. Suppose that one is x. So we can write 9 upon 12 equals to x upon 48. Now we will do the cross multiplication. 9 into 48 and 12 into x. 12x equals to 9 into 48. So x equals to 9 into 48 upon 12. 12 fours are 48. We have 9 into 4 equals to 36 answer. So x equals to 36. Now b is 18 is to 25 equals to 90 is to x. We can write it 18 upon 25 equals to 90 upon x. Now we will do the cross multiplication. 18x equals to 90 into 25. X equals to 19 to 25 upon 18. 18 fives are 90. 5 into 25, that is 125. It means x equals to 125 answer. Let's do the third question. Question number third is, if P is to Q equals to 6 is to 5, Q is to R equals to 4 is to 1. So what will be the value of P is to Q is to R? Here we can see P upon Q equals to 6 upon 5 and Q upon R equals to 4 upon 1. We can see the value of Q is 5 here and the value of Q is 4 here. So find out the LCM of 5 and 4, which is 20, and make it equal. It means 5 will be 20, 4 will be 20. So 6 upon 5 multiplied by 4 upon 4. 6 fours are 24. 5 fours are 20. Now 4 upon 1 into 5 upon 5, 20 upon 5. Now we can write P is to Q is to R. That is P upon Q and that is Q upon R. So P is to Q is to R equals to, value of P is 24, value of Q is 20 and value of R is 5. That is your answer. Let's do our next question. Exercise 6.2, question number 6 is, find the fourth proportional of 3, 8, 12. Fourth proportional is equals to x. Now ratio equals to, ratios are 3 is to 8 proportional to 12 is to x. Now we can write 3 upon 8 equals to 12 upon x. Cross multiplication, 3x equals to 12 into 8. X equals to 12 into 8 upon 3. Cancel the number, 3 fours are 12. We have 4 into 8 equals to 32. So the fourth proportional equals to 32 answer. Here we have completed exercise 6.2. Let's understand about unitary method. Our next point is unitary method. So we will understand this. We need to find out the value of unit, then we will find out the value of required. For example, cost of 3 pence equals to rupees 15. Cost of 3 pence is equals to rupees 15. So what is the cost of 5 pence? Unitary method. First we will find, as it is mentioned here, unit. Cost of 3 pence equals to rupees 15. So first we will find the cost of 1 pen, the unit. Cost of 1 pen equals to 15 divided by 3, that is rupees 5. Now we will find out the value of required. The value of required cost of 5 pence equals to, if 1 pen equals to 5 rupees, then 5 pence equals to 5 into 5, that is rupees 25. That is the example of unitary method. Let's do our exercise, that is 6.3. Here is exercise 6.3. I'll give you question number 1, 3 and last question 6. Rest of all exercise you can see in the notes which I will upload it on the school app. Here is exercise 6.3, question number 1. 5 workers in handicraft workshop produce 15 things per day. So the question is, what is the output per worker? It means we need to find out the production of things of one worker. So number of worker equals to 5, production of things equals to 15. How can we write the statement? See one thing, which value we need to find out, that value we will put on the left side. It means here we need to find out the things of one worker. So things we will put on the left side. For example, the statement is 5 worker produce 15 things. Then 1 worker produce 15 upon 5. Cancel the number. 5 3s are 15. So answer is 3 things produced by each worker. That is our answer. Let's do our next question. This is question number 3rd. In a family there are total 6 members and their total earning 60,000 per month. So the question is, what is the earning of each member per month? So the answer will be 6 members earning equals to rupees 60,000. So 1 member earning equals to rupees 60,000 divided by 6. 6 tens are. So answer is rupees 10,000 earned by each member of the family. Here we have solved question number 3rd. Let's do our next question. Question number 6 is, 12 farmers harvest a crop in a field in 20 hours. How many farmers will be required to harvest the same crop in 15 hours? I told you which value we need to find. That value we will put on the left side. Here we need to find farmers, number of farmers. So how can we write the statement? In 20 hours, in 20 hours, 12 farmers required so in 1 hour, how many farmers will be required? In 20 hours, 12 farmers will be required. So in 1 hour, more farmer will be required. So we will multiply the number 20 into 12. Required. Now in 15 hours, the number of farmers will be 20 into 12 upon 15 farmers. Cancel the number. Sorry. 5 3s are 15, 5 4s are 20, 3 4s are 12. 4 into 4 equals to 16. So answer is 16 farmers will be required to harvest the crop in 15 hours. Here we have completed chapter 6. So we will meet in our next video. Till then, enjoy your weekend.